Today, I'm flying Virgin Atlantic, the UK's third most popular airline, from Lagos to London. I'll be reviewing everything from the seats, the food, the in-flight entertainment, and whether it's really worth the hype. If you're booking a flight soon or you're just an aviation nerd like me, stick around. This video might just help you decide your next airline. We start the day at Lagos MM1 International Airport. They have a new terminal, but most flights still depart from the old one, which is something that still baffles me. What's the point of building a $500 million airport terminal if you're not going to use it for departures? But yeah, just go through security. So I'm headed to my gate now. I'm going to be flying Virgin today, so really excited. I've not flown Virgin in like 10-12 years, so really excited to be flying Virgin today. Yeah, I'll update you guys when I get to the gate. Okay, so I just got to the gate E55. The cabin crew just started entering like 5 minutes ago, so we are getting ready for departure. I'm sure boarding will start in like 10-20 minutes. So yeah, it's a 7-hour flight. I'm flying from Lagos to London Heathrow today. I'm not able to get shots of the plane because the plane is down there and I'm over here, so I'm not able to get shots of the plane. But yeah, when I get closer, if I can, I'll take some shots of the plane. This guy's recording me. Today's flight is on one of the 11 A350-1000 aircraft in Virgin Atlantic's fleet. This 5-year-old plane features a 3-cabin layout with 44 business class seats, 56 premium economy seats, and 235 economy seats, making for a total of 351 seats on this flight. The economy cabin boasts a 333 configuration. I'm sat on 64 Golf on this flight. However, you can pick your seat if you check in through their website. There are just 5 lavatories in economy class, which makes for a ratio of 1 lavatory for every 47 passengers. Just boarded a few minutes ago. I'm seated on seat 63 Golf. It's a 333 configuration, and yeah, I'm seated towards the rear of the aircraft. But I need a thumbnail. I need to take a thumbnail picture. Shortly after boarding, the safety video began playing, but due to technical difficulties, they had to restart it about 5 times. I wasn't really a fan of the safety video, probably because of the animation style. Around 20 minutes after takeoff, we were served the first meal. Since we departed at 9 AM, I was expecting breakfast, but there were no breakfast options. I went with chicken and rice, paired with my usual apple juice and a cup of tea, which unfortunately wasn't hot at all. As for the food, it was quite decent actually. I mean, it wasn't spectacular, it's still airplane food, but I still did manage to clear my plate as usual. The meal came with a salad, but I'm not sure why I keep boarding with them at this point. For dessert, we were served a brownie, which despite its appearance, tasted surprisingly good. The bread wasn't warm, but still tasted good as well. On this flight, they handed out plastic cutlery, which honestly felt a bit ridiculous. The fork in particular looked like it was 3D printed. I couldn't help but wonder what they expected me to do with it. Okay, so we took off a couple of hours ago, and for some reason I just found myself very sleepy after takeoff, but I was able to wake up just in time for the meal service. So yeah, we're currently 2 hours in. We have 4 hours 10 minutes left on the flight, so I'll be doing a seat tour shortly and maybe a lavatory review later in the flight. The seats on board this A350 in the economy cabin measures in at a width of 17.1 inches, which felt a bit tight, and the recline was about 5 inches, decent enough for a short rest. The legroom on this seat was quite limited, especially if you're on the taller side. You might find it a bit restricting. In front of each seat was a seat pocket containing the safety card, some storage space, and an in-flight magazine. The retractable table, while small, served its purpose, although I wouldn't recommend trying to get any serious work done on it. Each seat came with a pillow, a blanket and a pair of headphones, though the quality of these were questionable as you would expect in economy, but to my surprise the audio quality of the headphones were better than I anticipated. The seats were also equipped with 2 USB outlets and a headphone jack, so if you brought your own wired earphones, you could use those. Additionally, the seats had adjustable headrests, which is always useful if you tend to move while sleeping. Vera, Virgin Atlantic's in-flight entertainment system, comes packed with games, movies, music and even live television. There was no remote to control the screen, but it was moderately responsive. The offerings on board were actually quite impressive, as it came with a wide mix of TV shows and movies. They offered full seasons of some shows, which is always nice to see, but for the most part you're stuck with 3 or 4 random episodes of seasons. The music on board was also quite impressive. They had endless options in different genres, but I highly doubt anyone uses the in-flight entertainment system to listen to music. Wi-Fi was available on board, but there was no free plan. If you want access for the whole flight, it's £21. Yeah, a bit much. I mean, it's not quite ICE or Oryx 1, but it's still good enough to get you through a 6-hour flight. For the lavatories on board, Virgin keeps it pretty standard. Compact, clean enough and stocked with the basics. The lighting is decent and the mirror is flattering, so yes, feel free to take that mid-air selfie. There were no fancy hand creams or mood lighting here, but for a quick freshen up at 30,000 feet, it does exactly what it's meant to do. Okay, so right now I want to do the famous call bell test. So I want to see how quick it would take the cabin crew to actually come to my attention. So if I can find it here. Let's see how long it takes, or if they even respond at all. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I think it's been over a minute and yeah, no one has come to my aid, unfortunately. I wasn't really expecting anyone to come anyways. But yeah, call bell test failed. Okay, so we have just under 2 hours left in the flight, and honestly I haven't really done much in this flight. It's a 6-hour flight, so yeah, I've not really done much. I slept for maybe like 2 hours, but yeah, I've just been on my phone filming. I've also been listening to some music, so yeah, not really done much in this flight. Shortly before landing, the crew served the pre-arrival meal, a simple sandwich accompanied by a snack box that included some fruits, cookies and a chocolate bar. Not long after, we began our descent into London Heathrow. Funny enough, it was only after we landed that I noticed the in-air cameras. And that wraps up my Virgin Atlantic experience from Lagos to London. Overall, a pretty solid flight. The food wasn't anything to rave about, but it did the job. The seats could have used a bit more legroom, but for most people it's alright. The service was relatively smooth, the aircraft was clean and modern, and while a few things like plastic cutlery and cold tea raised an eyebrow, nothing was a deal breaker. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. It is worth mentioning that the video was actually filmed 9 months ago, so some things might have changed. Maybe they've started using the new terminal more, I don't know. But anyways, if you like this video, make sure you actually like the video because it really helps out with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your post notifications so you don't miss when I next upload. I've got some exciting things planned up, so you don't want to miss those. And with that being said, see you on the next one.